Hello everyone, Atma Namaste. Welcome to another session of on Life Simplified. I hope you can see me clearly. If yes, just give me a thumbs up or yes on the chat box. Somehow I cannot see anyone. Yes. All right. All right. So welcome to the session today, and our topic for today is to how to loosen up. अक्सर हम लोग सुनते हैं बहुत लोगों से कि we need to relax, we need to calm down, and we need to loosen up. We often hear these things, but somehow we sometimes fail to understand as to how to do that or how can we really achieve that. So in today's session, we will be talking about it and I'll be sharing a few tips on how we can kind of loosen up. All right. So before we start, let's start with an invocation. एक prayer के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं. So just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Master Chokoksui, to Lord Maha Guruji Mailing, to all the great ones. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your guidance, your help and protection. Thank you in full faith, so be it. Thank you for blessing all of us with inner peace, with happiness, with joy. Thank you for giving us the ability to loosen up, to relax, and to drop unnecessary energies. Thank you in full faith, so be it. Gently open your eyes. Alright, so let's begin. So let's first talk about what is this meaning. Loosen up का meaning क्या होता है? What do you mean by loosen up? And why do we really need to loosen up? Alright? So the meaning of loosen up basically is आप देखेंगे कि sometimes we end up taking our life too seriously. हम लोग कभी कभी अपने लाइफ को बहुत ज़्यादा सीरियसली लेने लग जाते हैं और हम लोग ये सोचने लगते हैं maybe because of our upbringing or maybe because of any kind of lifestyle which we've had. Subconsciously we start thinking that life is meant to be taken seriously. Okay, so ideally in a way it is good कि life को seriously लेना अच्छी बात है, but that doesn't mean that we stop enjoying life. So what is the meaning of taking seriously? So there was one very good quote by Chetan Bhagat where he says that live life sincerely but not seriously. So it is good to be sincere, but if we start taking everything too seriously, sometimes we also end up taking ourselves too seriously. Sometimes we also end up taking our weaknesses, our mistakes, our life, especially our mistakes, too seriously. To a certain extent कि कभी-कभी ये भी मैंने देखा है कुछ लोगों में, because they have been so much programmed of being serious or they are so much being programmed कि life को बहुत ज़्यादा seriously लेना है, you end up sacrificing certain things which you enjoy a lot. Like sometimes people end up sacrificing their hobbies. अपने hobbies को लोग sacrifice कर देते हैं. Suppose you have an important responsibility, a new responsibility which has come in, and there are people who kind of just sacrifice their hobbies. Now hobbies, especially for loosening up, one of the best way to loosen up is to have some hobbies in life where you don't need to think so much, you don't have any targets behind it, but it just kind of relaxes you and it just kind of makes you or helps you to let go and drop certain things. because अगर हर चीज को हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा टाइटली पकड़ के रखते हैं, हर चीज को बहुत ज्यादा सीरियसली लेके रखते हैं, it suffocates us and it suffocates our heart chakra and it doesn't allow us to even smile, to even laugh. You may have seen some of your elders in your family or sometimes हमारे कुछ elderly लोग होते हैं आसपास में. If you're laughing out very loudly or you're very happy or you're just kind of loosen up, they will say कि अरे बचपना मत करो, don't be like this. But it is actually sometimes it is okay to be like a child and to loosen up and to just be free because it helps you to drop a lot of things from your aura. It also helps your heart chakra to expand. So one of the techniques of loosening up and why to loosen up is one of the ways, one of the tip for all of you today is to always have some hobby which just helps you loosen up. Do share in the comment box that what is your hobby. बहुत लोग इसको practice करते हैं. Some people they engage themselves maybe into some sports, or sometimes they engage themselves into something. I there was one man whom I met. He actually used to love singing. He used to love singing. But once in one of the social gathering, he wanted to sing, and he came from a very mature and a very kind of a serious background. So when he started singing, some of his other family members, they kind of poked him. They told him कि नहीं आप ये ऐसे कैसे कर सकती, तो सब ये बचपना होता है, you can't do these things like singing like that or just letting yourself loose. Don't do it like that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel very refined. इस तरह के लोगों के thoughts होते हैं. And this person actually stopped doing that just because it probably felt as if it is kiddish. So बहुत सारी जो especially activities होती है about lose, like some people really hesitate or feel ashamed maybe of singing. Some of you may feel ashamed about dancing maybe, or some of you might just feel even ashamed of laughing out loudly, or doing sometimes some crazy things or having some hobbies which probably did not look good or did not feel good as per the society or maybe as per your upbringing or your surrounding, and you kind of put your hobby aside. But hobbies actually play a very, very, very important role in opening up our heart center, especially the part of opening up the heart center to loosen up. So now the thing is कि जब भी हम लोग कुछ एनर्जी को होल्ड करके रखते हैं, unnecessary energy means maybe holding on to some past negative memories, maybe holding on to some grudges, maybe holding on to some anger, या बहुत तरह की चीजें होती है जो हम लोग होल्ड करके रखते हैं. Now the more you become serious about it, the more you become intense about it, the more you become tight about it, it actually does not loosen up. तो उसको अगर हम लोग ड्रॉप करने की कोशिश भी करते हैं, लेकिन ये जो एनर्जीज है ये ड्रॉप हो नहीं पाती. It kind of doesn't drop. You may find it difficult to drop it. Why? Because it doesn't loosen up. It is so tight, it is so intense, it just sticks to your aura. So here, sometimes distracting your mind from something and doing something which does not require so much of focus, but it just makes you laugh, it just makes you relax, it kind of releases tension of your muscles, releases tension in your mind, it also releases the tension in your heart. And when it releases that tension from your heart, you certainly feel relaxed, you certainly feel like smiling for no reason, and then that also starts opening up the crown chakra. We all have had phases in our life where we become very ambitious, we become very, very focused about some target, which is good. It develops our will aspect. उससे हम लोग का will power बढ़ता है. But कभी-कभी वो करते करते हम लोग बाकी सारी चीजों को भूल जाते हैं. Sometimes you just forget everything apart from that. So, if you've always dreamt of maybe having some kind of a hobby and you have kind of pulled yourself back from it because you felt that it is not the right thing to do, or whatever might be your mindset, try reconsidering it. And that is one surely a definite good way. Another reason and if you are that type of a person who does not have hobbies, or you don't do any activity apart from just handling your responsibilities, because हमारे life में हमारी कभी-कभी इतनी responsibilities आ जाती है that we kind of put all our personal interests behind, or something which makes us happy, something which just relaxes us, we kind of put that behind. This also reflects that कहीं ना कहीं पर there is a guilt in feeling happy. अंदर ही अंदर कुछ ना कुछ एक guilt है कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा खुश नहीं रह सकते. There is a guilt of how can I take out time for myself, or how can I take out time for this hobby, this is nothing, this is just, it always goes as a sidetrack. it always goes as something which is not important. Sometimes people have hobby of painting or maybe any art and stuff like that, and you feel that nahi abhi to mere shoulder par itni responsibilities hai, let me just focus on that, and then you're not giving time and energy and focus to your hobbies. So hobbies here, to summarize and to understand, that if we want to loosen up, one technique is to have a hobby. Now choose a hobby, something which you have always wanted to do or you always liked doing it, and you kind of just stepped back, because mostly you will step back simply because it felt maybe stupid, or it felt maybe too kiddish, or it felt maybe a little bit crazy. But those are the things which are actually going to open up your heart center. If you have a hobby which feels crazy, do it. Nothing will happen. Just do it. Let your heart chakra open up. Let loose. Let loose, because sometimes this suffocation of what others are going to think, how others are going to take it, will I look stupid, will I look funny, will people point fingers at me, will it look okay at this age if I do this, ये जो सारे questions दिमाग में होते हैं, it only creates tension in our heart chakra. It does not allow us to let loose. So just let loose. Allow to release the tension in your heart. और आप देखेंगे, इनफैक्ट एज यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट दिस, दैट itself will make you feel relaxed, and that relaxed feeling is an activated heart chakra or an opened up heart chakra. And of course this series is about opening up of the heart. But why? Because only when the heart opens, the crown chakra will open, and when the crown chakra opens, more divine energy, intuition, things will come down. The key is in the heart chakra, and for that we need to put some effort. And it is actually the other way around. The effort is exciting effort. The effort is something which we don't prioritize, simply because we think that something more serious or responsible is always a higher priority. So let that little child in you stay alive. Let those hobbies stay alive. Allow yourselves to loosen up. Many people, for example, they have a hobby of dancing, but they don't dance, or they don't feel like dancing in public because they feel like, no, I may look stupid, something like that. So find out from your heart chakra, what does it like, and allow that to happen, and then see the magic of how happiness and sweetness will stay alive in the heart chakra. And if you like, keep doing that repeatedly. So have some time of your day where you're doing something, not because it is a responsibility on your shoulder, not because you have to do it, not because you're supposed to do it, just because you like doing it. Something where there is no target, there is no pressure, and you just do it because your heart says that I want to do it. आप ये सब एक्टिविटी के लिए देखेंगे, अपने आप को यही बोलते कि नहीं, मेरा मन करता है कि मैं ये करूं, मेरा दिल बोलता है कि मुझे ऐसे करना चाहिए. Yes, that is the need of your heart. So the heart center, the heart chakra or the heart center, it is one of the needs of the heart. It likes it. So if you like something, it is one way of activating the heart chakra. Like there have been, especially in the lockdown, we have seen there are so many male members who started cooking, and then they realized that they really enjoyed it. But how come they could not do it, say 20 years back or 25 years back? Because maybe, especially in our Indian society, maybe they felt that it will look stupid if I cook for guests who are coming home. But when they did it, they enjoyed it. Maybe their heart liked it, and you just kind of step back. And so many people now, I've seen a lot of posts coming up on social media where people have kind of made it their hobby. They enjoy doing that. So let yourself loose. Allow and do crazy things which your heart likes and which are not in your comfort zone, and you have been hesitant to start it. And this is one of the tips which can help you to drop. Now let us understand a little bit from the scientific point of view कि जब हम लोग अपने आप को loosen up करते हैं, तो अपने ऑरा में या हमारे एनर्जी लेवल में होता क्या है, एनर्जी लेवल में क्या होता है. So the energy level, it actually, this is one of the best ways to drop grudges, to drop anger, to drop any unnecessary things which you're holding on. Now intellectually बहुत बार हम लोग को पता होता है, we know कि मुझे ये एनर्जी ड्रॉप करनी है, लेकिन हम लोग उसे ड्रॉप कर नहीं पाते हैं. और स्पेशली आप देखेंगे कि वो सारे लोग जो बहुत ज़्यादा सीरियस होते हैं, इंटेंस होते हैं लाइफ में, उन लोग बहुत बातों को पकड़ के भी रखते हैं और आसानी से उसे छोड़ नहीं पाते. Why? Because their aura is like that. The aura, if it is too serious, too intense, it and there is no relaxation to your muscles, to your system, to your aura, to your chakras, तो वो एनर्जी रिलीज आसानी से नहीं हो पाती है. सो इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द एनर्जी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, the whole activity of loosening up automatically has an effect where you will learn to let go of things easily. बड़ी बड़ी परेशानी जो है, बड़े बड़े प्रॉब्लम्स जो है, बड़े बड़े ग्रजेस जो है, वो सडनली छोटे लगने लगेंगे. एंड दिस is the power of the heart center. This is the magic of the heart center. And this is the magic of loosening up. Because when you loosen up and when you release that tension, the energy just drops. And you just feel light. And you just feel happy. And you feel cleansed. And you feel as if there is a big burden which might have kind of just shed off or dropped off. So that is the power of loosening up. And hobby is obviously one way of doing it. And basically just prioritize it. अक्सर उसको जो हम लोग साइड में रखते हैं, उसको साइड मत करिए. Take out some time of your day where you can do it and where you can make it as an important activity of your day. So that is it for today, and I shall see you again day after tomorrow. And I hope this tip will be helpful for most of you. And do share in the comment box that what is your way of loosening up. How do you loosen up? हो सकता है कि आपका आंसर देख करके किसी और को इंस्पिरेशन मिल जाए कि वो भी वो कर सकता है. और अगर आपके लाइफ में कुछ भी ऐसी एक्टिविटी नहीं है which you just do it just because you like doing it and there is no other reason behind it, you're just doing it because you like doing it. अगर ऐसी कोई भी एक्टिविटी आपके दिन भर के स्केड्यूल में नहीं है, then you really need to loosen up and you need to find out and allow your muscles, your heart chakra muscles, the energy of your heart chakra to smoothen down and to loosen up so that it can drop unwanted energies. Alright, so thank you very much for joining in. Atma Namaste. See you again.